So, welcome back to the 5 Star Car Guy channel. My name is Charles Lewis, and today we're going to talk about your credit not being as bad as you think it is. So, I have a lot of people that I work with that have come to me as clients, very, very concerned about their credit, and rightfully so. They've had a few repos, they've got student loans, they've got a whole bunch of collections, and I've historically still been able to get those people done. I can get about 85% of them done. Here's the thing. There's always a way to structure a deal where you can get the lenders to approve it. Here's the mistake that most people make. Because they haven't done their due diligence before they've gone to a franchise dealer, they haven't gotten approved. And it only takes a couple of times for people to tell you no, for them to go to what we call a B lot, which is these buy here, pay here's, or any type of dealership that has in-house financing. Those type of dealers you want to stay away from. Here's why. They're going to charge you anywhere between 20 to 24% interest. So if you do the math on that, on a $20,000 loan, over 6 or 7 years, you're going to pay close to $40,000 for that $20,000 car. Okay. Now, if it's not a franchise dealership, you're not going to be able to get a certified vehicle, and the extended service contracts are from non-reputable sources. So even if they say they're giving you a service contract, they're going to fight you tooth and nail every time you go back to try to get something fixed. And when they do actually fix it, they're going to be doing what I talked to you about in previous videos, which is clearing codes without actually fixing a problem and doing the least amount of work they can do to fix that vehicle. So there's nothing good that can happen at these buy here, pay here places. I mean, every now and then, I hear about somebody getting a good car that lasts them a long time, but that's far and few between. What typically happens is, on a 6-year loan, say you have a $20,000 loan, over 6 years, you're going to pay that 24% interest, you're going to pay almost 40, right? That car is not going to last for that entire 6 years. Okay, so when that vehicle does break down in year 4 or 5, sometimes even 3, what's going to happen is your credit is going to get worse than it was before it started. Because if that car breaks down, right, and it's not around tax time, where you have an extra $5,000-$6,000 to pay for a new engine or a transmission, that car is just going to sit there. And most people will not pay on a car that they can't drive. So that car is going to get repoed. And here's the thing, whether you turn that car in voluntarily or they got to chase you down for 15 states to get it back, it's still going to show up the same way on your credit report as a repossession. So now you're in a worse situation than you were when you started. Not only that, in year 4 or 5, that $20,000 vehicle is probably only worth $5,000. But guess what? You still owe $20,000. So that's $15,000 in negative equity that you got to try to roll over on another vehicle. It's almost impossible. There's some different ways to go about it, but they're not good ways. So you don't want to make your situation worse by going to a buy here, pay here. This is the thing. Franchise dealerships have subprime lenders as well. Your local credit union, if you've done business, if you're not a part of a credit union, you need to join a credit union. It only takes $5 to join a credit union to get yourself a checking account. Start doing all your business through the credit union, because credit unions, a lot of time, they will approve you for loans. The interest rate is not going to be outlandish. It's not going to be the great interest rate, but it's not going to be 20, 24%. Okay. Also, cosigners. Cosigners help out a lot. What a cosigner does for you, and I know nobody likes asking for that type of help. Some people don't care about begging for help. Some people have a real problem asking for help when they need it. Here's the thing. A cosigner on an auto loan is going to give that loan more credibility. Okay, it's going to help the finance company mitigate their risk, because there's two people on the loan, there's two people that could be responsible for that vehicle, and there's two people that they can go after if that vehicle loan goes bad. So getting a cosigner is key, even if that person doesn't have excellent credit, because of the fact that there's more income. So they're going to not just base it on your income, but they're going to base it on that other person's income as well. There's more income on that deal. You're going to get a lower interest rate. I mean, there's a couple of different other ways that you could go about getting a vehicle under those circumstances. And if you want to work with me one-on-one, because I know everybody's situation is a little unique, you can click on the link in the description. I have a car buyers cheat code course that you can take. Also, you can set up to talk to me one-on-one. Now, one thing I do want to let you know about the cosigners is this, and this is why people hesitate asking people to cosign for them. And they think that that person is going to have ownership of the vehicle. This is not true. Even if that person cosigns for you, number one, they don't get a key. And as long as you don't put them on the title, they're not going to have any ownership over that vehicle. So there are a lot of people in relationships, got a boyfriend or girlfriend that has good credit, that's willing to cosign. They don't know if the relationship's going to last, so they won't ask them to cosign because they don't want to have that type of connection. Guess what? They don't have to have that connection. The cosigner is taking more risk than they actually should, because they don't own a vehicle, and if that loan goes bad, their credit is going to suffer, and there's really nothing they can do about it. They can't go in to the finance company and say, I want to get taken off the loan, because the loan's not done yet. If that vehicle gets repoed, that repo goes onto their credit. So they take in most of the responsibility and get none of the benefit. They don't have privileges to drive your car. They don't get a key. They don't even have ownership as long as you don't put them on the title. So as long as you're just not a POS and you're not taking advantage of people that love you are going to be willing to help you. Just ask for some help. And they don't have to have the best credit in the world. It's better, the better that person, the cosigner's credit is, the lower your interest rate is going to be. But they don't have to have A1 credit. If they have good income and good job history, which shows stability, you're going to get approved, and you're going to get approved for a lower rate. You do not want to go to these buy here, pay here's, or any place with in-house financing. It's not going to be in your best interest. It's not going to work out well. I've seen situations where people, maybe 2 or 3% of the people that I've talked to have had successful loans and the car lasted the whole time. These are far and few between. You don't want to put yourself in that situation. So like I said, if you want to work with me, the link is in the description, and we can take this thing as far as we want to go with it. You have a unique situation. I can tell you exactly what to do. I've had over 15 years in the car business, not only selling cars, but managing sales management, and I've been a finance manager. So I know exactly how to lead you to know exactly what you need to do. But again, stay away from those buy here, pay here's, and put your pride aside and ask for some help if you need it. God bless.